I have asked thousands of real estate agents what their goal is in real estate. What's their goal for their business? And most of the time, we get answers like, be consistent, or it's something like, I want to make $500,000 a year. And what inevitably, the goals are always unspecific. And we all know that we need to have a SMART goal. We want to have specific, measurable, whatever, actionable, whatever the SMART acronym is. But what is that for real estate agents? What is a SMART goal? Well, as a coach with Tom Ferry, one of the things that I've learned is to be able to help an agent do is to drill that goal down to something that is actionable. Okay. And where we find actionable goals is in your lead generation systems. Lead generation systems. Now, for all my longtime coaching clients, you understand that, but for my newer coaching clients, this is so critical for you to get. A specific lead generation goal gives us all kinds of action, gives us all kinds of clarity. There's tracking, there's accountability, there's P&L, there's everything. There's your schedule. It's all there, very easily accessible. Let's take an example. Most agents I'm going to run into are going to have a goal of, let's just call it $250,000 in gross income. Okay. Awesome. Good. Well, what percentage of your lead generation sources are going to get you to the 250? I don't know. Well, let's take a look at basically the number one source all agents typically have success in if you've been in the business for a while. Your past clients and your center of influence. Okay. Your past clients and your sphere, your database, for lack of better terms. Okay, so if we take that and I say, great, how much money did you make last year? How many sales did you make last year from that group of people? Well, I don't know, hem ha. We go through it, we figure it out. And then we start to break it apart a little bit, which is what I commonly do, right? Is it a sphere of influence, did business with you for the first time? Is it a sphere of influence, referred you business that they've still never done business with you? Is it a past client did a repeat sale with you? Is it a past client that referred you to someone that you didn't know? Wow. Okay, good. Now, is it an agent referral or was it a vendor, a realty service referral? Your contractor referred you, your lender referred you to a business. And are we including in the database vendors and agents, or are those separate? Patrick, you're so analytical. I know, but this is how I'm going to make you way more money. Okay? Because when we're not specific, our goals are complete arbitrary. Okay? So if we just looked at those 4 categories, could we create a goal for each category? Well, that would be very smart. See, if I had a goal for total number of agent referrals I was going to create and how many I wanted to sell, and I kept track of that, I created a marketing campaign around that, I created a schedule around that, and that I created a financial outcome for that, I created a P&L for that. Pretty good idea. What about for my vendors, right? I have all of these different vendors, contractors, painters, title, stagers, photographers, lenders. Well, they should be responsible for referring you some business and helping you create a certain number of sales. And you have a finite number of people in them. Does this deserve to have its own marketing plan, scripts and skills, schedule, accountability? Yes, right? It should. Okay, then I've got my sphere of influence and my past clients. You can put these together or you can separate them however you want. But let's just keep it simple for now. If we just put it together, past clients and your sphere, well, cool. What is your goal for repeat business, new business, referral business from that group? Okay, now once we set that goal and there's a number of referral opportunities, which leads to appointments, and then there's going to be number of sales, because we don't always convert all referrals. And I get all these agents, oh, I convert all of my referrals. Well, show me how many referrals did you get versus how many sales. Well, I don't really keep track of that, right? So you actually don't know how many referrals you've gotten versus converted. So once we set a goal and we make it its own thing, tracking and understanding it becomes a heck of a lot easier. See, you could see once I could have a goal for my past clients in Sphere, for my vendor and referral partners, and also for agent referrals. Now that could all come up, but let's just be clear. If you set those 3 goals, and we looked at it in this depth, and we evaluated it on a regular basis. What are you doing here? What can you do to improve? How can we increase the effectiveness of your marketing or your communication? How much time did you spend on this project, this initiative in your hours of power? And how can we improve that? If we do that, this is going to get significantly better. So this is what I refer to setting a goal for a real estate agent. If we drill it down to a lead source, lead system, that's when things get really exciting. Okay, so in the Tom Ferry business plan, they did break each of these things out, right? And they give you an opportunity to set the goals on page number 3 of the business plan. But when I commonly ask my clients, what is your goal for past client Sphere, for your database? Usually it's not top of mind. So we've got to bridge this gap between putting the goal down and just kind of putting it in, and really looking daily at my goal for expired listings converted, number of listings taken, and number of appointments and listings taken is, I want to convert X number of sales from expired listings. I've got to get on 12 appointments to get 6. And therefore I need to spend at least 1 hour per day, 5 days a week on this topic of expireds for me to be able to achieve that goal. And to get 6 expired listings sold, I'm going to create X number of dollars to me. So this one project, these 5 hours represents this much income to me annually. My dollar per hour is this annually. Whoa, this is wild. Okay, so for my newer coaching clients and for my seasoned veteran clients, we really need to set these goals, make them up in visual, whether or not you have that one page of the business plan up in front of you in your office space so that we see it every day. We have the lead details page up in front of you, so you can see each one of those, right? If we need to take the lead detail page and maybe add in another 1-pager, that's great, okay? But let's get your lead source goals set, okay? Now, quick advice for my newer coaching clients and friends. Go first look at what your highest performing lead generation system is first. Let's do an analysis there. And then let's figure out what fixes, changes, and improvements that we can make to that so that we can figure out how much more money you can make from that one source. Let's start there. I find too often agents hire a coach like myself or jump into coaching with Tom Ferry, and they say, hey, I want to do more expireds. And first of all, they're terrible at expireds. They've never done it before. They make all their money over here with their past client Sphere. That system isn't functioning and operating at its peak performance with the marketing plan, with the consistency, with everything. But this is what the bread and butter and what pays for their living. They hire a coach and say, I want to do all of this over here. And so we start working on this. Then they give that less attention. And all of a sudden their income goes down because they're trying to really get this thing going. That is a huge business mistake. Go to your top performing source, clean it up, make it better, get it maxed out, producing as much income as possible, get it all automated, get it all dialed in. Then let's go add the next one. And don't add the hardest one possible. Go find the next easiest one for us to make significantly better so that we can now dramatically increase your income quickly with the easier one. Get that fully automated, get it completely dialed in, schedule, scripting, strategy, skills. Then let's go to the next easiest one. And you might need a business coach to help you to determine, where do you spend your time and which one is. And that's what we're here to do. Hope you enjoyed this little interesting goal setting session.